I just love it. Fingers crossed. I am the plumber girly in our house now. You know that issue when you think you've left someone dead and they're not? Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to another reading vlog. I'm so excited for this vlog because I finally started the Magic Readathon, or was it the Orilium Readathon? Either way, I started that one last week already. So you're seeing the first week of my reading experience and it was a tough week. Let me tell you that, because not only was the reading a struggle, I also had personal things in my life going on that, yeah, it was chaotic, to put it lightly. But anyway, let's just jump into the books that I read. The two books that I read this week. The first one is The Life of Never Letting Go by Ness. This is a dystopian novel about a boy who lives in Prentisstown and he's approaching manhood. And so, you know, it's a very weird town because they hear people's thoughts. They hear people's thoughts, which is called noise. And it's kind of frowned upon if you hide your thoughts from people. I think it's essentially illegal in this town. And then one day our main character Todd stumbles upon silence, or like a pocket of silence in the swamp, and now everyone is hunting for him because apparently he's not supposed to hear the silence. So there's obviously a bigger picture involved in this, but yeah, that is the the crux of this book. And then I read Across Dark Seas by Clare Saga, which is a pirate e-book. This is about Avis, who is eloping with her beloved so that she can escape the clutches of her father and her ruthless uncle. But things are more complicated than they seem, because while they are running from her uncle and her father, she's also trying to be a good wife for her husband. He has this idea of how Avis is supposed to be, and she is, in other words, quote, not like other girls. So she doesn't like being prim and proper. And let me just tell you, the amount of times they use the word demure in this book, I counted 5 times, and then every time that TikTok came up. So anyway, so she's supposed to be demure and kind-hearted, and she's not supposed to be wild, which is not how she is, due to certain reasons, obviously. So yeah, it's just them going then eventually on a pirate ship and what escalates there, and how Avis decides, should she stay demure and should she stay loyal to her husband, or is there more things that is kind of like spurring her on? And yeah, that is unfortunately the only 2 books I read. I wanted to read more books, but like I say, it was a wild week. Anyway, let's jump right into it. Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to another vlog. Okay, so for the Orilium Readathon, as you saw yesterday, I started Across the Dark Seas, which is a prequel, which is one of the required things for the readathon. The problem is it is the qualified grade, and I don't know why I did this to myself. I first need to read the ordinary grade before I move to the qualified grade. I mean, that makes sense. It's like you jumping from signing up for university to jumping to the second semester. Like, you don't have the background for the first semester. Anyway, I'm probably overcomplicating this, but anyway. So the prequel was for Art of Illusion, the grade for Art of Illusion. But because a prequel is in the qualified degree, I first have to read an image generator, which is a random emoji generator. For that, I chose, you saw the TBR. And if you didn't, I chose The Life of Never Letting Go by Ness, because it's about men who are, not ostracized from society, but they are apart from society. They hear everyone's thoughts and whatnot. And one of the main characters stumbles upon a clearing where it's silent and it's new. It's also illegal not to hear anyone else's thoughts, so that's what I understand. And then he also meets a girl. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I have to put down Across the Dark Seas, and I was just getting into it, but I will give more of my thoughts, you know, later on. But then we're just going to dive into The Knife of Never Letting Go, because unfortunately that is how it's going to have to be. I can't jump to another degree or another subject right now. I mean, I can, but the problem is that it's still a qualified grade. So I'm anyways going to have to read this book before I get to the prequel. So we are going to start this vlog off with The Knife of Never Letting Go. I'm going to see how far I can get into it, but I know it does read really quickly. Because I mean, this is so interesting to see. But I have a lot of work that I need to do today. So if I'm gonna get to the reading is a different story, because I also need to upload my September TBR. I need to clean the house. I need to wash the washing, because you can see a bundle right there. And yeah, it's crazy. I have a lot of meetings that I have to get through. So I think between the editing, the meetings, the washing, the cleaning the house, I will pick this up. Hopefully, yeah, it goes by fast. Fingers crossed. I do have the audio, so maybe I should use the audio to dive into this. The problem is I've recently discovered that the audiobooks take me away from the story, so I don't enjoy the story as much as I would than just engrossing myself in the book. Like, I'm popping out audiobooks left, right and center because I want to read a book, but it's not about the quality, it's about the quantity, and I want it to be about the quality and not the quantity, if that makes sense. Anyway, so we're gonna go with this one. But yeah, that's just a me problem. I don't know. I don't know if it's become a race to see how many books you can pop out at the end of the month, and it's not supposed to be that. But for this month, I really have to, you know, force myself to read a lot of books, because I recently joined Emmy Rosam's book club over on Fable, and we are reading The Prison Healer there. I don't know where I'm going to put that in my TBR unless I change something in my already set TBR, but I already said it. So anyway, so it's about 14 books that I need to read for this month, because I also have a virtual book club and we are reading What the River Knows. I already read that book, but I would like to reread it because Where the Library Hides is almost out. And then I also want to read the whole Plato Prisoner series before Goldfinch comes out, and Goldfinch comes out on the 24th of September. So there's a lot of reading that I want to do, and there's not enough time. But yeah, problems aside, I am going to do some stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to convince myself. Can you tell? There's this part where he keeps on hitting the dog that he never wanted, like to discipline the dog, obviously, but in the same breath he also hears the dog, and the dog constantly goes ow, as if in to say, why did you do that? Because I'm guessing in this world dogs don't always listen, or they're not very bright. Anyway, not the point I'm trying to make. If something happens to this dog, I'm going to be very upset. I'm not going to be very happy about this. And I think I heard someone said once that the dog gets hurt in this, and I don't know if it's abuse or if it's just something that happens. So yeah, it would have been great if it was somewhere applied, because I don't get triggered much, like at all, but if it's to do with dogs, that can trigger me. Anyway, I'm only on page 9 now, so I'm not really far, but it's written in a stream of conscious kind of way. Like the beginning as well, it read suddenly Scottish. I don't know if Patrick Ness is Scottish. But the first thing you find out when your dog, oh, it's like your dog, but your dog. I don't know why I said it in that accent, but yeah, there's not a lot of full stops or coherent sentences. There was this one point where something happened and he says, and it's just me and my dog only ever, but here he is and I don't want to know. So yeah, like I say, it's a lot of stream of conscious, and I think it's going to be a lot like when you reach Chat to Me. Tahira Mafi says that the more the character progresses, not the smarter you can see she gets, but the more she learns how to coherently write her sentences, and I think that's how it's going to be. I don't know, it's just a theory, but that's how I feel right now. So cool. Guys, I don't know what that was, but my washing machine just decided it's not gonna spin or do anything anymore, so I hope it didn't break. Oh, this is going to be so horrible. For the last 15 minutes, it was just chilling. So I don't know if the water never rinsed or if something happened. I'm scared to open this thing now, and it's about to end its cycle. I really hope it didn't break. Oh my goodness, that would be just cherry on top. In other words, I finished chapter 1. This is a very long chapter. Anyway, I finished chapter 1 of The Knife of Never Letting Go. I'm gonna make myself a snack bowl now. Just before we have a meeting, because I have back-to-back meetings after this, so it's going to be a bit tight. How am I gonna hang up my clothes? Okay, I'm going to figure something out and let's hope and pray the washing machine isn't broken. Please just ignore that area, but I don't know if you can hear it now. It sounds fine. Everything looks fine in the back. Like the pipes are still attached. Everything is still attached. I just don't know what happened there. And I stopped and restarted it and I just didn't want to continue. So hopefully everything is washed. Otherwise, this whole cycle is gonna, I don't know. We're gonna have to make a plan. Chuck it in the bath and rinse it out there or something. But technology always makes me stress so much. I don't know if you can hear the wash machine. The wash machine. I had to DIY that thing now. Hold on, let me show you where it is. Yeah, I don't even know if you can hear me. I had to step away because the spin is high now. Apparently there was something stuck in the pipe, so I had to DIY my way through that whole thing. At least it's spinning now, but I'm scared to start a new cycle now. Not like I'm not going to wash everything again. I just need to spin that and then maybe clean the floor because it's still wet, because there was still water in it when I had to drain everything. The whole floor was underwater. So, and then I had to clean it up. I need to clean behind the washing machine, I see. But anyway, it's not the point. So now I'm hoping it was just a tissue that got stuck there and that I got out. Otherwise, if I have to do this with every cycle, I think I'm gonna run out of water. The floors are gonna be covered in water. So yeah, because it kept on spinning. It just kept on spinning. So that noise that you heard, yeah, it was something to do with the filter or the pipe or something. I'm not an expert, but I fixed it. So yeah, for me. I got lasagna in front of me. I'm going to take like 3 minutes to breathe and then I'm getting back into work. What a Monday. Also, I haven't read anything as of yet. I want to watch a bit of YouTube vlogs and then get the ball rolling. Oh my god, I'm so tired right now. And I still need to clean the house. Hello everyone. Okay, please do ignore my food in front of you. I'm very hungry, so I'm going to be diving into my food just now. Just want to check something before I give you an update. Okay, update on The Knife of Never Letting Go. I didn't continue reading last night. I was just too tired, but this morning I woke up at 5 because being a woman is fun. Anyway, and then I got to part 2, or essentially chapter... I knew that was going to happen. Chapter 7 of The Knife of Never Letting Go. And I think my thoughts are still the same. I like how he pronounces station. Like, it's not... It took my brain a minute to figure out what he was saying. Besides the fact that I was sleep deprived, I was also like, this book is really hard to read. I got there in the end, and I think is this part 3? It is not. I saw part 3 here somewhere and thought I was close. I think there were 4 parts. Anyway, not the point I'm trying to make. I did get this on Kindle as well because I feel like the book is just distracting me too much. It's kind of... It's not heavy to read, it's just I like my Kindle at this point more. So I'm going to continue reading on my Kindle until I get out of my ebook era, which is not going to be pretty soon because this thing was expensive. Anyway, and then Update on the washing machine. I think I told you yesterday, but I did fix it. It is fixed now. Everything has been washed. So I am the plumber girly in our house now. I think that's about that's the only update I have right now. But yeah, reading wise, I think it's going to be fine because I'm going to take lunch now. It's only 11:15 and I'm hungry. Cool. Anyway, so I'm going to be eating this. I'm going to be reading and all of that jazz. Okay, I'll update you when I have more thoughts. Go after her! This book is a maze. Oh, word. It's so difficult to read. Like, there's no full stops or anything. It's just, like I said, stream of conscious, and it just flows. Sometimes it's like one paragraph of just thoughts, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, overall enjoying it so far. Nothing has happened to the dog, of which I'm eternally grateful. Eternally or internally? I guess both. Anyway, let me jump back to work and hopefully get some more reading done. Hopefully that would be on the couch this time and not here because I'm tired of sitting here. Why do I get the feeling? You know that issue when you think you've left someone dead and they're not? In books. Let me just clarify, in books, if they've left someone for dead and then they turn out to be not. Why do I get the feeling this is going to happen in here? Well, there has to be conflict somewhere. But anyway, those 2 moons would have been nice to know a while back. My bestie's on a roll. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? If you leave the person who's supposedly dead to not be dead, then they're gonna come back. Oh my goodness, there's so many things going on in this book. It's not bad. I don't know how I feel about it yet. So anyway, I'm on chapter 12 right now, which is the chapter before part 3, and I feel like I'm making good progress in this book. Not as fast as I wanted to be, but you know, these chapters are freakishly long. Anyway, so apparently I have like 7 hours and 28 minutes left in this book. Thick book. Anyway, so I'll be reading this chapter. The way the words are written, or the story is written, is really how can I say, breaking my brain. Like I have to really concentrate to read it. So anywho, let me continue. Why? I'm on part 3 now. Yay. Everyone, happy Wednesday. So I don't think I'm gonna do a lot of updates today. I'm feeling very down. Not down, but like there's a better way to say it in Afrikaans, but I feel depleted, like energy wise I'm very depleted. Last night wasn't a great night because I kept my husband up the whole time and got sick halfway through the night, so don't know what I ate, but I ate something and it just didn't agree with me. Anyway, so I think for today it's just going to be a lot of reading. I do have some soup with me right now, which I'm going to drink, and yeah, my aim is actually just to relax for today. But I am chapter 15, page 152. It's okay, you know, it's okay. I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would, and I really wanted to fly through this book and be like, yeah, this is like one of my new favorites, but it's not weird, it's just not gripping me the way I wanted to. But unfortunately I have to continue this. I don't know if I have enough points to buy like a DNF kind of thing, because I still need to calculate my points. We'll see if I can push through. I did start the audiobook because I couldn't read with my eyes anymore. So hopefully by the end of today I will be done with this, and then I can jump back to Across Dark Seas because I really want to be in that world. And right now I'm stuck in a dystopian world and I'm not thriving. Okay, so Good morning, everyone. I finished The Knife I've Never Letting Go yesterday. I still don't know how I want to rate this. I gave it like a 4-star on Goodreads, but a 3.5 on Storygraph and Fable. I don't know how I feel about this. There was a major cliffhanger in this book that I was like, oh wait, I need to know what's happening now. But at the same time, I got mad at the book because something happened to the dog, you know, foreshadowing. Because I knew that was going to happen. The only thing I can say, because I listened to the audiobook, the voice narrator for this did a really good job. There was also a point in time where I kind of fell asleep at this point in the book. I don't know if anyone has ever read this part, but well, I fell asleep before that. The way the audiobook was set up with this word coward keep on repeating, I woke up and I was like, oh, what is happening? Anyway, so yeah, the storytelling for me was quite a bit aggressive, or just like it kind of gives off that feel like, oh, this is a manly kind of book. And I'm not saying, you know, a woman can't read this. I don't know, I feel like my husband would like this more than I liked it, maybe. I don't know. The character is still young, so he keeps on saying, you should effing do this, but then after the dialogue ends, he's like, but I didn't say effing. And I'm like, okay, why are you telling us this? But it's a really good book. The writing is really good. It was just so hard to get through at some point. And I was just like, okay, I see where we're going with this. But at the same time, I'm like, can we get a move on? There was also a point where our main character was in like a hospital situation. And I thought we were close to the end. We were not. There was still more plot twists coming. There's also this guy, I don't know, I've never watched the movie, but the preacher, what is up with him? How can, like, he was attacked by a crocodile and he still lived. He was attacked by the dog, his nose got ripped off and he still lived. And I'm like, how? Like, how is this even happening? How was your nose removed? How was a part of your skin removed? You didn't get an infection or anything. You just continued. So I would probably continue reading the next in the series probably next month. I'm trying to bring my series close to one another, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point is I finished this one and I continued reading Across Dark Seas. I think I only got 2 chapters more into it. And yeah, there's this character. Our main character, Avas, married this man. And he was so loving in the first few pages. And then after they were married, things just went downhill. And she's not seeing it. And I'm just like, I think he's using you. And I don't like where this is going. Probably because I also saw the blurb. So I know what's going to happen somewhat. I was not impressed. Because I was like, really? Really, we're going with this? Couldn't she just catch a break? Because her father is something. And then her uncle's also chasing her because her uncle's wife is family to the man that she was supposed to be betrothed to. But that fell through the cracks because Avas didn't want to marry him. I'm only 32% into that book. I probably will finish it today, hopefully. But anyway, so on to book 2. This took me way longer than I wanted it to, especially because of this book, because this book was chunky. I look even more disheveled than I did this morning, but listen, I finally am diving into this book, and tell me I might be wrong, but the captain they just met on the boat, I'm thinking he's the love interest, like the real love interest, even though she's married to Everand, Everand, whatever his name is called. Anyway, let me continue with this book. I'm really getting into it now. What's also nice about this book is like the chapters are really short. So since I'm done with work, I'm just gonna switch off my mouse. I don't know, let me just exit everything, because why not? I'm done. I'm done with this day. Everything is shutting down. I'm going to sit on the couch and I'm going to read for a bit. That was my rest. It's fine, don't worry, it usually does that. happy Friday. Oh, I'm so glad it's Friday. It's been one of those weeks that just it never wanted to end. Yesterday I finished Across Dark Seas and I gave it 5 stars because I don't know. I know it's a novella, but wow, that was good. I wish I recorded my reaction regarding some of the things that happened towards the end, because I was like, oh my word. I was wondering how we are going to escalate to book 1, but the plot twist that it took, I was just like, oh yes, I'm behind this. And I don't want to give anything away because, you know, if you really want to read this, but I loved it. If you're looking for something that is Pirates of the Caribbean inspired, it's not like Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's really inspired by that, I would definitely suggest picking this book up, because if I'm not obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean, I want something that gives me those feels. And I've been looking for books regarding pirates and stuff, and there are a few good ones, but this one really just drove home that found family pirates story, that it's not centered around, let's say, someone who's already a pirate, but someone becoming a pirate. And oh, I just love it. And that brings us to the end of this vlog. I'm sorry I cut it very abruptly there. It's just because I continued with reading Allie Hazelwood's Not in Love, but I decided to keep that for next week's vlog because it's just going to flow better, and that way the vlog is not like over 30 minutes long. I'm sure there's some of you who don't mind, but I know there are a few that mind, so yeah, I just cut it short because I'm on a time crunch as well. Anywho, that is not your problem, that is mine. So be prepared to see some things about Not in Love next week. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, especially if you like reading vlogs. I do those a lot on my channel, and here and there I sprinkle like wrap-ups and stuff, so they're not my favorite to film, but they're there. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a video next week. Bye.